I want to go on live on the TikTok. I have to do my
Way
stupid
too much for these clocks.
freaking two-factor authentication. Stupid keeping me secure.
Twitch is saying you're not online.
It just went live, so it'll kick on here in a second.
There's like a delay.
Yeah, there is a delay.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Yep, I just got the notification on Cyrus.
Yep. Same. It's just you looking up to the top right.
Because that's where my other screen is. Hawky dokie. Beep boop boop. So
Looking over to the right.
give things a couple of seconds to get it caught up and get live on all of the things. Oh, jeez. I need caffeine. Actually, I'm going to take this opportunity to step off camera and go get caffeine.
Yeah, no, we're totally starting, guys.
Yeah, well, this is things that I should do before I actually start recording, and I never do.
This is.
Everybody's favorite drink, protein coffee.
My two least favorite things added together.
You don't like coffee?
Not especially. Doesn't do anything for me, and it tastes bitter.
He likes coffee adjacent things like frappuccinos, as he discovered at Gen Con last year. What's that thing you were drinking? A frappuccino. Can I have one of those?
It looks sweet and not bitter. The only two things I ask. I don't even ask for warm when it comes to drinks.
That's funny. Who are you calling?
I hear Ronan.
Yeah, it's Ronan. He is next to my head.
Tell him I said
funny
hi.
word.
Bubba says hi.
See, at least Ronan's not a traitor.
His name, brother?
No, it's Bubba. He's upstairs. He's talking to me. And Mr. Nexus.
He's in the box. He's in the box. Save him.
I'm in the screen. Ronan, take me out of the screen. Please, save me.
Yes, I'm on the phone with Nexus, too.
Is Nexus in his room?
Probably.
Yes.
I'm in the
There's
screen,
a fair
Ronan.
chance he's in the bathroom.
Save me, Ronan.
But it's pretty close. Go into the bathroom if you really wanted me to.
Goo gaga.
Get out of here,
I don't
kid.
know why is he making baby sounds like he can't talk?
I don't know, dude. He just be yapping.
I think he just likes to. I just think he likes the baby sounds.
Yeah.
All right. So, got that link up. Got that link up. Got that link up. Okay. I think I am good to go. If y'all are.
Yeah, I'll just open none of the links and just vibe my way through this. That's how we do these things, right? One of us knows what we're talking about. One of us is, 12 or something, and the last of us has no idea about anything.
Turning 16.
That's how we play the
12 or something.
That's just how we play your games every day. Nexus, what are you talking about?
Exactly. So I'm an expert at this.
Everyone acts like they know what's going on.
When you read the PHB, you totally did. Yeah, Nexus. Tell me again where it is.
Honestly, though, if only people acted like they knew what was going on. If only.
All right, killed the rest of my cheer wine. Now onto my protein coffee.
Dang, CJ, you got cheer wine and you ain't even sharing?
I had to go to South Carolina for that shit.
Oh no.
You think that cheer wine it really only exists in like the most racist states?
It really does.
It's actually like
it does.
I don't like that the racists have the good soda.
It isn't fair. They need to share it with us. We need it too.
I mean, we have it here.
Apparently, Piggly
You just have
Wiggly,
to
not Piggly
fucking
Wiggly,
find
freaking,
where-
the one that Chris works at, Harris Teeter, maybe? No.
Winn-Dixie?
Winn-Dixie, there we go. They have it down here.
These don't sound like real places. They sound like made up words. I know Harris Teeter is a thing, but like Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly
Who
Wiggly's a
knows what
thing.
that's on about?
I know Piggly Wiggly's a thing too. It just sounds fake.
It does. It's just that Publix down here doesn't have it. It like
That's where we go usually.
yeah, because it's 2 minutes down the road. Depends, I'm out here doxing myself.
Walk, huh?
Yeah, kind of actually. Okay. All right, I'm gonna start playing the intro here in a couple seconds, and then we will get talking about some card games and such.
Alright. Games.
Gonna play the intro in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome everyone to the Decklist, episode number 4. My name, of course, is CJ. Joining me, as always, on this trip to magical lands of cards is Aaron. Hello, Aaron.
Hello, Father.
And crawling out from the depths and staying awake for the night, at least for the next hour or so, is Nexus. Hello,
Making
Nexus.
a lot of assumptions. Hello, CJ.
On today's episode, we are talking. It is spoiler season for Secrets of Strixhaven. There we go. I got it out there. We actually starting to get the first 20 or so cards revealed for it, not including my favorite card of all time, Mathemagics. And then also we're going to talk about some our first opinions of like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set and things like that, and also the calamity of fuck ups that is what is happening over at the secret layer drops over at WotC.
Listen, I don't know how WotC continuously manages to keep slipping in cards from future sets in their like big releases, but like this happened with Lorwyn Eclipse, where we got a bunch of people getting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cards. It's apparently happening
with TMNT cards.
Yeah, TMNT cards with some of this new stuff as well. I don't know who's messing with the distribution, but at this point, it's very clearly targeted.
It really is. I can't wait to get Marvel superhero stuff pre-release for.
Is a weird coincidence, but 3 times is enemy action.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to get Marvel superhero stuff in my Strixhaven pre-release when I go in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, you go. I'm gonna play Captain America.
Yeah, what? Yeah, I want to pull Captain America and Mathemagics in the same freaking pack.
My favorite scholar.
I'll be honest, I don't actually think Captain America's that good at math.
No, the answer is usually Shield.
Yeah, from the time period he's from.
Or Punch.
Or both at the same time.
Or yeah.
Or drugs. Don't forget drugs.
That is the reason why he's Captain America. Drugs.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go ahead and let's go back to school, speaking of school, and step into the spoilers of Secrets of Strixhaven. All right. As always, this is over at magicspoiler.com, so you can join along with us at home if you so choose to. A bunch of cards have gotten revealed. Some of them are just like people's phones that they took pictures of, which is kind of silly, but it is what it is. Because they did the one of the big MegaCon had a bunch of Magic the Gathering stuff at it. People just took pictures of it with their phones and put it up on Magic Spoiler. So um, we also did get the big ones were the charms. There's uncommon charms for each of the schools, and also the face commanders for the precons. There are 5 precons this time around, and each school gets one. And then a few other,
Desperate
like,
to make money.
I don't know if desperate's the right word, just willing to do whatever it takes to make money. Um, so those who don't know, Strixhaven is a magic school, totally not Harry Potter, but it's each of the schools is enemy color combinations, like green black, white red, green blue, that kind of thing. It's actually some pretty cool lore involved in it, and the Secrets of Strixhaven is actually building into the ongoing arch that will get us to Reality
Reality
Fracture at the end of the
fracture.
year. There's a reason, like they're actually doing something really cool with Lorwyn and this, and then leading into Reality Fracture, and I'm all for it. But anyway, the charms. Witherbloom charm is the green black one. Choose one. You can. Stupid thing to the side.
You want me to read it?
You can sacrifice a permanent if you do draw 2 cards, gain 5 life, or start target non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. Um, Red blue Prismari, surveil 2, then draw a card. Uh, it deals 1 damage to each of 2 targets, or return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. As you can tell from a lot of these, they are just kind of what these colors do, like on their own. Um, like the Quandrix Charm, counter target spell unless a controller pays 2. Destroy target enchantment, or target creature has base power and toughness 5 or 5 until end of turn. Ronan, go!
But what if he wants to show you something important?
He really doesn't.
What if he has knowledge on Strixhaven?
Um,
I mean, he's basically been inducted into this since the womb. There's a non-zero chance he knows about the secrets of Strixhaven.
you're
He
not wrong.
The
could.
secrets of Strixhaven is that he actually kind of created it himself.
Yes.
He's a time traveler, you see.
Lorehold, the white red one. Uh, each opponent sacrifices a non-token artifact of their choice. Return target artifact or creature card with mana value 2 or less to from your graveyard to your battlefield, which is a little weird that that's not in red or in black, but it is what it is. And creatures you control gain 1/1 and gain trample until end of turn. That is my personal favorite of these.
Which one is
You need
this?
5 life for 2 mana, though.
Lorehold.
With Witherbloom, 5 life for 2 mana is kind of crazy.
It is. And then Silver Quill, the last one. Choose one, put 2/1/1 counters on target creature, exile target creature with power 2 or less, or each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. Now, that one is not bad either, especially if you're playing in a 4 pod, because then you're
Yeah.
just shelling out 12 damage for 2 mana.
And it's Orzhov, so you can do a bunch of stupid stuff with
Excuse me, it's Silver Quill.
that. The color combination.
It's Silver Quill.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Not worth it. It's
Actually,
just not worth it.
now the face commanders, starting with Witherbloom, is a hefty, chonky boy of 6 colorless and black and green. But it does have affinity for creatures, which means it does cost 1 colorless for each creature you control. It is a 5/5 flying death touch, and instants and sorcery spells you cast have affinity for creatures. In a set that really, in colors they like having a lot of creatures and big chunky spells. I can't wait to have just 10 elves on the field and just drop a finale of devastation and just get a giant creature out for
God.
2 green mana, and then also give it everything 10/10.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, everything's good. No, it's all good. this is
Sounds pretty decent.
Zero problems.
God, that is broken. Admittedly, I think all of them are Elder Dragons, So it'll be interesting seeing like dragon deck built around them.
My dragons. Will they finally see play again? It's been so long.
I mean, it can't possibly have been that long. Drake of Genesis just dropped like what
Last
5 or
year.
6 sets ago, so like last year.
I'm not allowed to play it. I have a
That's fair.
very good dragon deck. I'm not allowed to
Yeah,
play
it's a
it.
little busted.
I have the Dragon as my commander, so people don't enjoy it.
Um, got an elemental horse, color storm stallion for 1 and is it ward 1 and haste 3/3 opus. When you cast a instant or sorcery spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. If 5 or more mana was spent on to cast that spell, create a token that's a copy of this creature.
That is. Is it?
It's
Damn.
yeah, that's it's not it's yes, is it, but it's Prismari is what there is the school is from.
Oh my god.
Color Storm Stallion.
Yeah.
Opus is an interesting new keyword. It definitely kind of inspires you to play a lot of those decks. It's just like yes, I'm just gonna make an infinity amount of mana and mix and ruin someone's day, like the Vivi decks or even Azula. Or
Exactly.
if you want to be an extra special kind of jerk, it looks like you can even do this with Ishtal or whatever her name is from Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, Yishtola.
She's not red.
Yeah, Ishtola. Is
Opus
that
may
right?
not
It
be a
looks. It look.
particularly red thing. It may.
She's black, white, blue.
Black.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
black, white,
she's.
blue.
Yeah, she's.
If you have a way to get them both in the deck, that would be good.
Yeah, if you ran like a Wooburg commander, just kind of based it around. Like I know the traveling bard or whatever, the wandering minstrel from Final Fantasy
Yeah.
likes running yeah,
lands.
likes running big spells and lots of instants and sorceries too. So Molten Core Maestros. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if we're just gonna talk about the new keywords that got added with this, that are looking to be added with this set, prepared seems interesting.
Yeah, that was one that was spoiled out on a whatnot stream because somebody was just opening a TMNT pre-release pack on whatnot and pulled the freaking hell, Emeritus of Ideation, which is a 3 colorless, 2 blue, 5/5 flying ward 2 because fuck you, that's why. It enters prepared. When this creature attacks, you may exile 8 cards from your graveyard. If you do prepare this creature, the spell that he comes prepared with is this little spell. Nothing major, just called Ancestral Recall, which is a very simple spell. 1 blue. Target player draws 3 cards. Nothing major. Just reprinting the Power 9s attached to big chunky bodies.
Screeching about this.
It is a big body though, like 5 mana for that. Like I have been playing long enough that a Shivan Dragon, which was a 5 for a 5/5 flyer, was a big deal. So a 5 for a 5/5 flyer, adding the Ward 2 onto there, and then just being able to blue, which is very easily flickerable, just keep dropping Ancestral Recall on the stack is just crazy.
I am absolutely looking forward to seeing what else ends up getting prepared and seeing what other colors we end up getting it with. If it ends up being another thing that gives blue even more ability to bully people, then I'm going to be a bit sad.
I will be happy because I like being able to bully people. Again, in a deck that I'm not allowed to play with my VV deck.
Can't be bullied back away, both ways.
I would put Imperious of Ideation into like my high bay deck. Just keep flickering that back and forth and drawing all of the cards.
I could absolutely put it in my shrine deck. It would be a truly jerk move, but it would honestly give it a goodly amount of draw speed that it is lacking.
Exactly.
Still
I do want to point out Zaphi and the Tempests, which is a great band name, by the way. 7 mana, 5 and is it for a 5/7. Once per each of your turns, you can just cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand without paying its mana cost.
Speaking
Yeah.
of cards that blue gets that gets to bully people.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
I
that card
just
has
can't
been a
wait
bit of a
to
drag.
I can't wait to play Time
I
Spiral
can't
with
wait to
that
see
and
this
just
in a
untap
Missoula
6 of
deck
my
and
lands.
cry.
Oh yeah, but like just
Yeah.
play Time Spiral, which is play you take a turn after you take an additional turn after this, untap 6 lands. I can't wait to tap out everything and then just take an additional turn because fuck you, that's why.
Yeah.
Um,
Because blue red needed more help.
exactly. We get a new
You
one of the
should
new
say
counter
it. You could
spells.
really just say blue needed more help.
Yeah, we got a new counter
Yeah.
spell, which is mana drain just with extra steps. Mana Sculpt, which is counter target spell. If you control a wizard, add colorless equal to the amount of mana to cast that spell at the beginning of your next main phase, which is just like I said, mana drain with extra steps,
It's mana drain, but also you need to be a wizard. You need to have a wizard.
which is not hard. VV's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what card's going in our BB deck.
Yep, exactly. um, Converge stuff is coming back, which is cool.
Oh, is Converge not new?
No, it's not new. It's been a while since it's been it's actually just kind of like it kind of
Vivid.
works with Vivid.
Yeah, I was seeing some of these spoiled, and I was like, man, they really want to give every bit of flavor to the 5-color deck nowadays with Vivid and now Converge.
Yeah.
Converge. Oh.
Yeah, Arcane Omens. Target player discards X cards, where X is the number of colors of mana spent to cast the spell. For a card that could be with Wooburg. It's 4 colorless and 1 black.
Oh man. Tyra doesn't make enough treasure tokens for that.
Treasure tokens are. Oh, yeah.
They
Yeah,
can tap
treasure
for any
tokens could
color.
tap for any color, yeah. Um,
I mean, Black Mark Connections is in there.
Fractal Mascot, which is 6, 4, and blue green for a 6/6 trample. When this creature enters, tap target creature your opponent controls. Put a stun counter on it. And that's just a common.
It's also expensive as heck, though. It's strong, but like this is one of those cards that
No.
you have some other card to just force on you.
Yes, but also it's in green, so that's a turn 4 card at best.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, it's in Simic. It's not hard to get that mana quickly.
Even still, it is thick mana.
Yeah. Grandeur. So Page Loose Leaf. It's 0/2 for 2, which is a pretty big, hefty mana rock or mana dork for legendary artifact creature construct. Grandeur. Discard another card named Page Loose Leaf. Reveal cards from the top of reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal an instant or sorcery card. Put that card into your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. So that cannot be used in Commander.
Now this is clearly a standard card.
Yeah.
Which we like to see.
Exactly. Not everything has to be
People play
based around
standard?
Commander.
We don't play
People
standard.
play standard still?
Well, actually, that'd probably be better off in Modern because Modern is a much more fast thing. So being able to cheat out cards into your hand quickly is probably be better that way. Which is also Modern is the second most popular Magic format after Commander.
Second to Commander because Commander's
Because people can't play Eldrazi?
Exactly. People want to play Eldrazi more.
Oh no, that's an issue.
When you cast a multicolored spell, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Mage Tower Refugee. So another Wooburg thing.
Referee?
Yeah.
You said refugee.
I said, oh yeah, referee. Oops. Elemental mascot, where each school's getting their own mascots finally. You know, this was important in Strixhaven. It's a little like Phoenix crossed with a hummingbird, which is kind of cool looking. One with Izzet for a 1/4 flying vigilance opus. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this creature gets 1/0 until end of turn. If 5 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, exile the top card of your library. You can cast that card until the end of your next turn. Not bad.
Oh
Just it's
boy.
a common.
Yeah, but it can go
It's
into
definitely a common.
elementals, obviously.
Speaking of commons and power
Because
creep,
elementals need more help.
right? Freaking grapple with death, a common for 1 black green, destroy target artifact or creature. You gain 1 life, which is just
Mhm.
Assassin's Trophy but infinitely better.
Yeah. Well, I think Assassin's Trophy makes it so you can't
Black Green became
recandle.
even more abusive.
Exactly.
Squirrels.
Yes. Yeah.
Needed them, always.
Um, Rancorous Archeric, bringing back also more Converge stuff with 5 mana for a 2/2 trample reach, but with Converge enters with a 1/1 counter for each color and mana spent on it. So a 7/7 for 5 trample
Yeah.
reach.
That's pretty good.
Next of the face commanders, you got Quintorius, the History Chaser. Or no, this is a face commander. This is I think this is the face commander
It
for the
can't
red
because
white
it
deck.
can't be your commander.
Yeah. Um,
This is the
it's
Boros commander.
2 Boros for 5. Starting with 5 loyalty counters. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. +1 is you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards, then mill a card. And then -4, spirits you control gain double strike and vigilance until end of turn. And it can be your commander. I'm not a big fan of the spirit format, but
Yeah. If it had blue, then it would be better, obviously, because a lot of spirits are blue-white.
unless red's getting an infusion of spirits in this set.
I haven't seen a lot
It's
of
possible.
spirits since what was it? The Japanese one. I
Kamigawa.
remember I keep
Kamigawa.
saying Neo Yokio. Yeah, Kamigawa.
There's Kamigawa and the Kamigawa Neon Destiny is I think
Yeah,
what you're thinking
Yeah,
of.
Neon Dynasty is the last thing I was thinking.
Um,
Uh,
wow,
it is
that
wild
doesn't
to
make
still
sense.
see that. I didn't know that Planeswalkers couldn't be your commanders unless they specifically said so, but
yeah,
here it
only
is.
in Brawl.
Yeah, it does become confusing because in MTGA you can just have anything be your commander.
Well, it's because it's Brawl, not Commander. Brawl in the official Brawl rules, Planeswalkers can be commanders.
Just anything that's a legendary creature.
Yeah,
Because screw the lore.
yeah, that's the reason why. Like, there's pretty much the only difference between Brawl and Commander is that Brawl is typically a 1v1 game with 25 life, as opposed to Commander, which is usually a 4-person pod with 40 life. That's pretty much the only difference between the two of them,
Yeah.
And also the Planeswalker thing.
and also the Planeswalker thing. Killian Decisive Mentor, which is a great art. I really like this art for him. That looks
Isn't
really
that the
great.
Yeah, no,
ink
that's a glow
person?
up. This man, it is the person. He's apparently graduated.
Yeah, I remember this guy. I've seen this guy.
Apparently graduated and swagged out.
For real.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at what this guy did before. 2 mana to. Oh my, that's mean.
For this one, it's
What's his old card?
His old card was just Orzhov, nothing else, for 2/2 lifelink menace, and spells you cast that target a creature cost 2 less to cast.
mm-hmm.
That's
In Orzhov.
mean.
That is mean.
Now that he's graduated and had a glow up as 1 in Orzhov for a 2/3 whenever an enchantment you control enters, tap up to 1 target creature and goad it. Whenever one or more creatures that are enchanted by an order that you control attack, draw a card. By the way, that doesn't because so here's a little thing on that one. If you put an aura on a creature, on one of your opponent's creatures, you still control that aura. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
this is a bargaining tool in Commander. Hey, I can put this Bramblewood armor, or I can put this Spirit Link
And
on your creature. Don't attack me with it.
They can't.
Well, I mean, it'll be goaded, so unless you're the last two, it couldn't attack you with it.
Well,
Yeah.
that could still be like you should still work with them and saying, "Hey, yes,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
this won't be goaded next turn. Don't attack me with it, and I will give you this big thing."
Yeah. Which we love bargaining chips.
Exactly. So that's just great. That art is so good, though. Like I really like that art.
Oh, and then combining it with his old card too,
Yeah,
making your
exactly.
auras cost less.
Honestly, I'm a big fan of this one. I would absolutely put this in my. I'd actually absolutely put him in my shrine deck if I wanted to be an abusive jerk.
Oh yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
not that.
Are you sure?
That I'm not
Could be
an
pretty
abusive
funny.
jerk.
Could be pretty funny though.
Because no, CJ's played against my shrine deck. He knows
It's
I can be
mean.
abusive whenever I want. I don't need more excuses to do
It's
so.
so
I've heard
mean.
him talk about it.
For a free to
It's
play
not that
player, it
great,
is
to be
so
honest.
mean. Like I can only imagine how what shit you would be able to boil up if you paid for the game. Like
I have to maintain my sanity somehow. Um, and plus, if I was losing as many times as I do and actually paid for the game, I'd break something. I'd break so much shit. But because I have that mental barrier of me not putting any actual money into Magic, I can be like, yeah, nah, this guy, he's got the Soul Ring, avatar right there. He probably put that money in. I'm just a free to play. This deck is all right.
That's where you build a heir apparent deck, and it doesn't matter what your opponent's running. Just 10,000 bunnies.
bunnies.
I actually do have a Heir Apparent deck. I just don't use it.
What's your commander?
I think for that one it was Suki. The yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it
I
was
believe
Suki.
that was the Suki one because she gets stronger the more creatures you have.
I have Arabella as mine, and I convinced father to make his Arabella as well.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's aware of it.
I'm sorry. But
Don't
also,
be. It was even more excuses to use the more bullshit versions of my shrine deck. I got to do something I haven't done before earlier
you're like
today
very
with that shrine deck.
used.
So I have mental switches on how much I actually want to win, and I mostly just play it, and I go what's that word? I play opportunistic when I don't want to win that much. But when I'm but when I'm going against a deck that I know is gonna screw me, I actually try to play tactically.
Yeah.
um, so next up we have Dinah, which I think is either a backup or a face commander for the green black deck. 1 green black, 2/3. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, draw a card. It triggers only once per turn, which isn't a big deal. That's not that great. It's the 2 colorless and tap it. Sacrifice another creature. You gain X life and put X/1/1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the sacrifice creature's power in green.
Also is the
Yeah.
face commander.
Honestly, if you could manage to kind of mix this up with that one fucking elemental guy from what's called the new guy, the new elemental commander from
Oh,
Riverwind.
Ashling.
Yeah, Ashling. This could be abusive with all the convoke stuff and
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a convoke the evoke stuff. There we go.
yeah. Um, Now we're getting to the
Oh,
nerds. Zimone,
and
Infinite
I know what
Analyst.
deck this is going in instantly.
The first spell you
Honestly,
cast with
Simone has always been fun. Even if I never want to play any of her cards.
one Simic for a 0/4. First spell you cast with X and its mana costs 1 less to cast for each 1/1 counter on Zimone. Whenever you cast your first spell with X and its mana cost, put 2 1/1 counters on Zimone.
Hydras.
Hello, Hydras.
Yep.
I'd make a Hydra Simone deck.
Oh,
It's fun.
it's gonna be great. It's gonna be
That
awesome.
deck is already
So I
so
couldn't.
powerful.
Hydras really don't need anything.
No, they
They
really
don't.
don't.
We should put Math Magic in Hydras as well, just saying. I think it's if like you pay 5, you just deck yourself out.
Well, it
So
would be
like
6 because it
5
is
is
double
6.
X.
Yeah,
So it would be
so
2 to the
64.
so it would be 2 to the third power. So no, you have to pay more than that. But
Oh, well, if you got X equaling 6, I think you
yes, oh
just
yeah, then 12
lose.
mana, yeah.
Which
64.
in
Yeah, you got.
blue and Vivi, just saying,
Yeah,
or Hydras.
or Hydras. Um, Next up, we have 2 Is It for 3/4 legendary creature or sorcerer. Rutha Mastering the Moments. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, create an XX red and blue elemental creature with flying and haste, where X is the greatest mana value among instant and sorcery spells you cast this turn. By the way, that's not a
Hi,
sacrifice
Vivi.
effect. There's no sacrifice in there. You just get that XX there, and X can count for X casting cost spells. So which then calculates that even higher. So if I cast a brainstorm for like 7, that's 9.
Hi, Vivi. Hi, Azula. It's
Exactly.
awesome to see you again today.
They always seem to cycle back to those two.
I wonder why. I mean, it's only because Ishtola can't be used with this one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Giving it to Yishol would just be bullying.
A reprint of Stock Up for an uncommon reprint of Stock Up, which is always nice. My favorite card, Mathemagics. Yeah, because 3 would be 8. Because so yeah. So this is my favorite card. 2 blue, 2 X. We've been over this before, but Mathemagics, sorcery. Target player draws 2 to the X cards. I want to draw this so bad during pre-release, just to make somebody pull out their calculator or quit.
Or
Because
both.
What do you mean? It tells you how many. Oh, it's target player.
exactly.
Oh God, I just realized.
Exactly.
Yup.
And pre-releases are a 40 card deck. So
Yeah,
Bro.
you pay 8 mana.
yeah,
And
all
they
I need is
already
8
have their
mana
deck.
and I win. Like
Well, not yet. You just get damn close.
okay, half their deck is gone and then on their turn they still have to discard down to 7. So
Yeah. There's no power
But
creep.
they could be
What's
playing
that?
black.
they could be playing black. So far we haven't gotten a lot of recursion in this set
Also, not a
yet,
whole lot of
but
black in
that's not
this.
saying anything. Next Elder Dragon. This one's broken as hell too, by the way. Lorehold. Um, 3 Boros, 5/5 flying haste, because again, why not just have a 5/5 flyer for 5? Each instant and sorcery card in your hand gains Miracle 2. Miracle, something we haven't seen for a while. You can cast that card for its Miracle cost if you draw your first card. So basically, if you draw it, it cannot touch the other cards in your hand. It immediately has to be played.
Is that a good keyword?
It is
That seems
depending on
kind
the
of.
spell, because there's the last time I've seen it was there was a Final Fantasy card that was a reprint, but it was a board wipe that had Miracle 1 white on it. So you draw it, Miracle 1 white, you just play it, and then just board wipe, done.
Drawing someone has a bad day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then at the beginning of, and then still more on top of this, at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you can discard a card if you do draw a card. Again, that triggers
lets you
Miracle
Miracle, yeah,
on
I see.
any turn, and that overrides instant and sorcery speed. That just puts that spell on the stack. It's kind of like playing Itali. Itali, when Itali drops, you can just play cards, even though maybe a creature, sorcery, artifact, whatever. This overrides instant and sorcery speed because it is a replacement effect. So
Boros.
I can exactly. It's Boros too, so there's a non-zero chance that I could get like, I'm trying to think of a really good red spell just off the top of my head.
Jessica's will.
Yeah, exactly. Jessica's will.
Chroma's will.
Yeah, exactly. Teferi's protection.
Farewell.
Farewell.
If you want to say fuck you.
Exactly. On
I
your
think this card is
turn,
capable of
farewell
power.
everything because fuck you. And then finally, we're getting reprints of the talismans. Yay!
Which are all very cool art.
They're I like the Soul Ring art. Like the Soul Ring art's great too.
I like the Talisman of
The Soul
Hierarchy
Ring.
art.
I'll be honest. The Soul Ring art looks like a fucking Final Fantasy summon.
It
It
does.
does.
Yeah, Hierarchy looks great. Like just that whole Inkling like dagger looking thing that he
Yeah.
has.
I kind of want to
She
make
I
an
has.
do love
Orzhov.
that.
Ooh, we can make our Ors. We can remake the Orzhov deck.
Yeah. But this is the stuff that we have so far for Secrets of Strixhaven. Not many cards. Next week is the big one. Um, so of course it'll be released tomorrow, and we decide to record on Sundays because that's the day that we all have available. So next Sunday I plan on having another show, which yes is not every other week, but we haven't been every other week since we started here anyway. Um,
Just say it.
it's my fault. I'm just call. I'm just gonna catch my own strays here.
Fair enough.
And we'll be back next week to go over the full Secrets of Strixhaven set. But I want to move on to the next thing is Secret Layer update, a continued note on manufacturing delays. They've had issues with getting out things from like January for Secret Layer and like the more popular ones like the Fallout one that they did and like a Elf one that they did, but a lot of it is Wizards finally falling on the sword, being like, "Yeah, we know we screwed up. We can't fix it yet."
It'll eventually get
It will
fixed.
be. It'll be slow, but we'll get there. Thanks for your patience.
You'll get your cards at some point in the future. We promise to promise that.
I'll just drop that link in the chat for those who are watching on on Twitch and can watch the chat as it goes by. But yeah, they're talking. They had like, hey, we know stuff will be done soon, and then they released a second page of their kind of like their production plan for the secret layers. Um, and they just recently updated it. So yeah, they've given like the Chaos Vault Secret Layer Dan deck um, actually released properly. Um,
Yeah.
Totally tubular one.
Don.
Yeah, Don. Like but a bunch of these like still have not been out yet. Like that's the big issue is people paid for a lot of money. Like the Rad Super Drop, the Fallout one is the big one because that sold out quick and people still haven't gotten those yet. But their Duel Masters one got out quick, because reasons.
We don't ask.
Ugh,
We get what they give us.
allergies. So I want to
much
turn
pollen.
so much pollen. Oh my god. Tree sperm everywhere. I did want to turn
We just
ourselves
have to plant male trees everywhere, don't we?
exactly. I just wanted to
It's
turn
perfectly
our
female trees we could put.
conversation over for the next couple of minutes to TMNT.
Mm.
And our opinions and thoughts and stuff like that on the set on the set in general.
It's better than Spider-Man.
It's better than it has any right to be.
Yeah,
It's.
it's
I would say that it's not. It's no Final Fantasy.
No, not
It's
at all.
No Lorwyn. It's no Avatar, but it's not bad.
for a
So
half set, it was
yeah,
great.
for being a half set like Spider-Man, which all the half sets that we've had so far have been pretty abysmal. They had some like key cards in them, and some cards that actually have been out there like Anti-Venom for Spider-Man and like Brotherhood Regalia for Assassin's Creed and a couple cards of Merch of the Machines that I don't remember, but like all of the half sets that we've gotten in the last 5 years or so have been pretty abysmal. Um, this set I would say from my experience is probably the best half set that we've gotten, and I don't.
Yeah, I definitely say that this one is eminently playable. I've seen a lot of really strong power combos, and even just the straight out of the box kind of commander and brawl sets do have some kick to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't love Ralph and
Ralph and
what's it
Mike,
called?
Raph and Mikey.
Yeah, Raph and Mikey.
Ralph.
Raph and Mikey absolutely is absolutely insane. Let me just fucking turn 4, put my 12 on the field.
Exactly.
Let me play Galta, learn
Yeah,
some
I'm
AI
just gonna
switches into play.
exactly. I'm just gonna cheat Galta into play and just grab this Atali and Bebop and Rocksteady and
Just
Mixed
just
Bloom
get that
Running
dinosaur
Agent.
deck for a little bit, just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. I went one day. I went from 0 wins to 15 wins on Arena with my Raph and Mikey deck, in like in a short period of time. Like it was quick too, because I just kept getting
Did
into
you
the
pull those or did
giant
you buy
creatures that
that?
are just huge. What was that?
Did you pull that? Or did you buy that?
I pulled it.
The Raph Mike.
I'm
Wow,
gonna
you pulled Raph and Mikey? Man, I feel bad.
I'm
I've only
gonna
gotten like a few all decent ones, but
I actually pulled it in real life too, and I'm planning on taking apart a
dang.
Godzilla deck and making that
Uh,
a.
Stop.
I'll be honest. There's a few cards in the set that I actually really like. I
Kitsune
like the
technique.
cloning of Shredder. No, I don't like Kitsune technique. Only because I've literally never gotten a chance to use it. And I put it in my Azula deck because I'm abusive. Because I'm a bad person.
You are a bad
Um,
person.
yeah, I put that in my Azula deck because I want other people to
Shits and
suffer.
giggles. For shits and
Um,
giggles.
I liked actually, I liked a lot of the sneak cards, which is a shame that there's only like 20 of them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
It's
only like
better than
six of them are only like 6 of them can actually fit in my Azula deck.
that's the
I
only
Uh,
deck that matters.
I like the artifact help that
I
this
I'm
set
trying
gave.
to I like the mutagen tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're nothing special, but they are a little fun.
Hmm.
Uh, I've seen some truly wild combos with like Casey,
Oh yeah.
which
Oh, the
I don't
AC
think is
drone cards.
which I think is absolutely cracked.
Oh, what was the deck I got my ass whooped by today? I did one thing of arena to get my dailies, and like I got whooped by like a random card from the TMNT set. I don't remember which one. It was some stupid one too.
Um, I added fun fact. I actually added, I think, to my Zerga deck or Zerga or whatever his name is, um, the little Lita, the little baby mutant thing.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
She's surprisingly good. I also added the what is it? The Mutant Pride Sally Lion Girl to that deck.
Oh yeah.
The Big Apple one. Whatever it is.
The one with I think her name is like Sally something. Mutant Pride. You put her on the field. She immediately, if she
Sally Pride,
glides, she
Lioness
immediately summons
Leader.
it. That's the one.
Yeah, when she enters,
That
create
was
two
pretty
X
good.
X two red mutant tokens, where X is the number of non-token creatures you control, and when she attacks, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. And she's a cat, so there you go, AJ. It's a cat for your cat deck.
That's going in my cat deck.
She is. She's pretty good. I put her in my Zergo deck because I wanted to spam out as many tokens as possible. Um, Speaking of fun card that I had in that one was I think Bloodline Pretender.
Okay.
Because you set it to warrior and then get all your token cloners out,
Yep.
and then with just like 2 or 3 creatures with mobilize, he just goes up to like a plus 40/40.
I still want to build a Donatello like artifact deck. Like I'm actually kind of tempted to take apart my in real life take apart my
The
Urza deck because I'm not
Knuckles.
allowed to play it anyway. So like
I got
uh
worried you were gonna say Knuckles.
oh, and Knuckles because I need my artifacts. Um
No.
but like either build the straight Donatello deck or put a either Inspiron or Killagy Aspirant Mind, make a Jeskai deck with you know artifact beats, like just an actual artifact aggressive deck.
Mm.
Now I think about it, I don't think I've ever actually gotten around to building an artifact deck.
You know
And
what deck we don't have that we
I
need?
don't do blue a lot.
What's that, Aaron?
We don't have any Simic decks.
We don't have any Simic decks.
Out of all the decks we own, we have no Simic decks, which is the funniest color combo because it's just mean.
Oh wait, which one's Civic?
Blue green.
Blue green.
Hmm.
So you get big stompy and you don't get to play.
And yeah, and making the opponent get frustrated and leave.
Yep.
Speaking of cards that make the opponent get frustrated and leave, I absolutely hate that one Katara legendary that's just, yes, every time you play a card on the enemy's turn, she gets a counter. She costs 2 mana to play, and from the rest of that point on, your opponent isn't allowed to play the game.
I think we have that in the Allies deck.
I think so.
Probably. We have a lot of allies in there.
We do have a lot of allies.
Yeah, like she is objectively one of the better cards in the Avatar set, but it's also just so rude.
It really is.
But I'm only complaining because she's a hard counter. She was a hard counter to my shrine deck for a very long time.
Blue players being mean?
Never.
News of the year.
Isn't it though?
It always needs to be touched on because they're always getting meaner.
Yes, quite.
Watsy keeps giving them a bunch of abusive toys, just chains and whips.
They keep loading the gun. It's not our fault.
This may be true, but I'll blame you anyway.
It is the easier out for it.
Yes. All right. I think that is a time for us to go ahead and wrap up for the evening. Thank you both for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. If you want to support the network, the best way to do that is just simply giving us a follow, giving us a like on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok,
The TikTokers.
Twitch, all of them /Geek.io show. Just following us there goes a long way. Getting the word out. Word of mouth is probably the best way of helping us out a little bit. You can help. You can subscribe to the channel if you really wanted to, but just giving us a like, giving us a follow, and doing that is the best way to help us out here, and it gets us, more motivated to come out and do more stuff, and also gets us to go do cool things and places and stuff like that. For myself, if you want to email the show at geek-io.net. Yeah, for all of us here, to you guys, thank you so much for listening and hanging out with us. Be good to one another, and we will see you right back here next week at about 8 or 8:30. We still haven't decided a time yet, Eastern time, and we will see you then. Bye, everybody.
Peace out.
Bye.